Hello everyone. Uh, this is Bhagavan Malik. I am a postdoctoral research scholar in Andy Frank Lab at the University of Iowa. I did my PhD from IISER Bhopal and I joined Andy Frank Lab sometimes around 2018 April. So basically, I am a trained neuroscientist and Drosophila geneticist. So in today's class we'll be talking about how to make double mutant of Drosophila. So before going into that direction, I would like to talk about little bit about Drosophila chromosome, and because that is really important to understand Drosophila genetics. So in Drosophila, you have 4 different pair of chromosome, which are represented here in the cartoon. So this is an example of female Drosophila chromosome, and this is an example of map showing male Drosophila chromosome. So in female, you have X and X, and in male, you have X and Y. So this is the X chromosome, and this is the second chromosome, and this is the third chromosome, and this is the fourth chromosome. So in the second chromosome, you have the left arm and right arm. Similarly, in third chromosome, you have left arm and the right arm. So basically, we use out of the 4 chromosome. Basically, we deal with X chromosome, second chromosome, and third chromosome because the marker and balancers are available in these chromosomes. So that's why the Drosophila genetics become pretty easy. So in the separate video, I'll be talking about what are marker and what are balancer. Today I'll touch a little bit about marker, because the balancer is really important, which everyone should know who are going to do Drosophila genetics. Before going into Drosophila combination and recombination or double mutant, making double mutant, I would like to share you how Drosophila morphological look, how male and specifically male and female, how they look. So this is a cartoon. This is a cartoon showing differentiation in what are the differences in male and female Drosophila. So this is a cartoon of male Drosophila. This is a cartoon of female Drosophila. So we basically we look 3 different characteristics identifying male and female. First characteristic that we look is the sex count. So in Drosophila, you have 3 pair of legs. This is the first pair, this is the second pair, this is the third pair. So in male Drosophila, you have kind of black-like bristles coming out from the leg. This is called a sex count, which is present in male Drosophila. And these structures are absent in female Drosophila. So that is the first we look how to identify male and female in a bunch of in a population of Drosophila. The second characteristics that we look is we look for the the posterior part. So in Drosophila, you have 3 different distinct morphological feature. One is the head, another is the thorax, another is the tail or the abdomen. So in female Drosophila, what we find that the posterior part is kind of is not rough, it's smooth in female Drosophila, but in male Drosophila it is rough. So that is one characteristics of identifying male and female. So in female you have kind of smooth, but in male it is rough. Another thing that we found is in male Drosophila, you will have kind of black-like part is present in the tail of the Drosophila, or the posterior part of the Drosophila, which is absent in the female. But the main line of characteristics is you have to look the sex count, which is the most important, morphological character to identify between male and female. So you have to look the sex count. If sex count is present, it is a male Drosophila. If sex count is absent, it is a female Drosophila. And remember that you have to look the sex count in the first pair of the leg, first pair. Now, as you know, for genetic cross, you want to take the virgin flies, which are not mated with any other flies, because that is really important in making genetic combination and making genetic cross. So this is a fly showing virgin flies. That means the flies, the fly, the Drosophila or the fly is not mated with any other Drosophila. So that we call this as a virgin. And so you will find a black kind of structure in the abdomen of Drosophila. This is the abdomen part. So if there is black kind of structure is present, we say that this is a virgin, this is a virgin Drosophila. So this black kind of structure that we call as a meconium. So that means the fly is still virgin, it's not mated with anyone. So this is how we identify like virgin, male and female, which is important for genetic experiment. So now I would like to talk about little bit about different stages of Drosophila. So here this is the adult stage, and this is the when they mate, they lay egg. Now you have the larval stage. So larva stage is three larva develops into three different stages. One is the smaller larva. This is the first instar larva. You have the second instar larva. You have third instar larva, and larva, develops into pre-pupa. That is a white pupa. Then they become brown and become pupa, and pupa close into adult. So these are the different. In 25 degrees centigrade room temperature, they at least it will take 7, 8, or maybe 10 days to 7 to 8 days or 10 days to get the adult flies. So these are the just a life cycle showing different stages of the development. Now for making genetic combination, or we need to know what are the marker and what are the marker available, because you have to combine two different flies. So there is a suppose you have a fly having a mutation that is in the second chromosome, you have a fly having B mutation that is in the third chromosome. So you have to make a fly double mutant, like the fly should have both the mutation, like A mutation and B mutation. For making the kind of like genetic combination, you need to know different marker or balancers, because this will be required. Without that, you cannot make the double mutant. So in order to understand, in order to make those kind of flies, double mutant flies, we need marker and balancer. So I would like to introduce you a little bit about some of the marker, because today we are going to deal with second chromosome and third chromosome, because there are different marker available for X chromosome, there are different marker for second chromosome, there are different marker for third chromosome. But today I will be talking about second chromosome, dealing with second chromosome and third chromosome. That's why I'll be talking about marker related to second chromosome and third chromosome, and some of the little bit idea about balancer. So this is a wild type fly, how it looks like. So this is the thorax part, and in the thorax you have these bistles coming out, right? These are the hair-like structure that you are seeing. These are called bistles. So in wild type flies, you have in the thorax, this is the triangle-like structure that you are seeing. So basically, I'll be focusing on this triangle structure now. So in this triangle, you have these four bistles coming out from this triangle, like 1, like 2, 3, 4. So these are the four bistles, right, in the triangle, inside the triangle. So in scutoid flies, so when there is a mutation, like kind of scutoid mutation, what happens is you will you can see that these bistles-like structure are missing here in the triangle. You can see that the bistles-like structure, like you have this in the wild type flies, this 1, 2, 3, 4, which are absent in this in the triangle. So because of the mutation of a scutoid gene, fly is losing this kind of these bistles. But depending upon the some flies have like 1 bistles in the triangle, some flies have 2 bistles, some flies don't have bistles. So yeah, so but you will not have like wild type condition where you have 4 bistles in the triangle. So this is called scutoid marker. So this marker is for second chromosome. So that's why I put the double I, that is for second chromosome. Now let us know about some marker for some marker for third chromosome. So here I'm just wrongly mentioned. I have wrongly put it second, but this should be third. So in the third chromosome, we have the marker called MKRS. So you compare to you see the wild type. See the wild type bistles. They are elongated. They're long. But in the MKRS flies, you can see that the bistles are very small. They are stubble. They are very small. So this is another kind of like marker for third chromosome. So this should be third. This is not second. This is third. So this is for MKRS, marker. Now come to another marker called as stubble. The same similar like MKRS, stubble is also having small vessels. So this happens when there is a mutation in the stubble gene. So you have these small vessels coming out from the thorax. So this is a stubble marker. This is for the third chromosome. Here is also MKRS for third chromosome. This is a mistake that I put in the second. This should be third chromosome. Now come to Curly marker, which is for second chromosome. So here this is a fly. You can see that the wings is not straight. This is not kind of in wild type you have the straight wing, the normal wing, but in the curly flies the wings are curly. So curly is a marker and also a balancer. So I'll be talking about balancer, not today, but later video I'll talk about what are the balancer. But curly can be used as a marker and a balancer. So this is for the second chromosome. Now we look down another like marker you can say that we can identify both in the larva and pupa stage. That is called TOBI marker. This happens because of mutation of this gene, the TOBI gene, that is called TUDIL D gene. So what happens is because of the mutation, in the wild type you can see that the larvae are elongated, but in the TOBI mutation or TUDIL D mutation, you can see that the larvae are very short. And also in the pupa stage, you can say that the larvae are very very short. They are not long like control. So in the male, you can also identify male and female in larva stage. So in the male, you have these testes present in the male, so and which are absent in the female. So that's why by looking into this transparent kind of structure, you can also identify male and female in larva stage. So we know that there are marker available for second chromosome. This is the scutoid. You will have loss of vessels in the triangle, and you have MKRS, very short vessels, and this is for the third chromosome. And you have also the stubble marker, which is also for the third chromosome. You have the curly marker, which is for the second chromosome. Now you have the TOBI mutation or TUDIL D mutation, which is for the third chromosome. And this is the phenotypic characterization for the TUDIL D, which have the larvae are very short, and also the pupa are very short and kind of short appearance compared to the wild type. Now we know another kind of marker we will be discussing, that is called humoral marker or HU marker. So in HU marker, what you find that in the normal wild type, so this is the thorax part and this is the head part. In the in junction between head and thorax, you have the vessels. So in normal wild type flies, you have around 3 to 4 vessels. But in the HU mutation or a humoral mutation, you have more number of vessels. Like you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vessels coming out from this junction. So that also we we also look this kind of marker during making genetic combination. So this is for the third chromosome, humoral or HU marker. Now here is the ebony flies. So ebony, again is a gene that because of mutation of ebony gene, the fly became dark color. So they are basically black color. The cuticle become very black. So the ebony, because of ebony gene mutation, beta alanine cannot be converted into histamine and dopamine, and those are required for the cuticle coloration. So ebony actually, because of ebony mutation, the beta alanine cannot be converted into histamine and dopamine. That's why those are actually required for the histamine. Basically, they are required for the color development in the cuticle. That's why they become black. So this also the ebony flies can be we use this ebony flies as a marker marker. So the ebony fly look like very black, and they have two balancer in the like we have the TM3 and TM6 balancer with ebony flies. So TM3 is attached with stubble by very short vessels marker, and TM6 is attached with both TOBI and humoral. So TOBI is like the pupa become very short, the larva become very small, And also TM6 is also attached with this marker, that is the humeral marker. You have more number of B cells that is coming out from the in the thorax, in the junction between head and thorax. So now let us look how to make how to make the flies, the double mutant flies. So here I want to make I want to make a double mutant having both both the mutation, like A mutation and a B mutation. So A mutant flies, A mutant flies are in the second chromosome, and these are over Curlio because they are they are over Curlio. And third chromosome, this is for the second chromosome, and third chromosome which plus over plus, they're like wild type. That's why I mentioned the third. Similarly, the female flies, that is the B mutant, and this is the second chromosome plus over plus. That means the wild type copies chromosome are there, and the B mutant flies are having with TM6 and TOBI. That means they are having HU marker and TOBI marker. So this is the two flies in the two different chromosome, like two mutant in two different chromosome, like one in the second chromosome, one in the third chromosome. This mutant in the third chromosome, and this mutant in the second chromosome. So I want to make a fly having both the mutation. So how will you do that? So you need to follow certain step to make the double mutant flies. So this is the this is what we want. So we want a fly having A mutant and a B mutant, and this should be in the one fly. So now they are in the two different fly. So I want to bring these two mutation, A mutation and B mutation, and put it in the one fly having A mutant and B mutant. So to make that kind of flies, we need to we need to proceed with certain genetic cross so that you can make finally you get this type of flies. So to make that kind of flies, we need certain reagent. So we need double balance, double balance and marker flies. So you have we need Scutard Curlio. This is in the second chromosome, and also we need MKRSTM6. Those kind of flies. We need Scutard Curlio GFP, MKRSTM6 flies. We need mutant A and mutant B. This is mutant A is in the second chromosome, mutant B is in the third chromosome. So we need this reagent. So here is the basic genetic cross. You have to follow this basic step to get the double mutant flies. So before going to detail into these making double mutant flies, I would like to share you some little bit little bit about Mendelian genetics. So you know that we have done this guy in the school days. So this is monohybrid cross experiment where you have the tall plant and the dwarf plant, small t homozygous. This is the capital T dominant homozygous homozygous plant. So when you cross these two plants, so in F1 generation you get one gamete like T, capital T, and you get the small t, that is a heterozygous like kind of heterozygous plant having tall and dwarf gene together. So in order to so you get like one is like three different fly in plants. So you have the dominant plant TT, you have the heterozygous T, capital T or small t, you get the homozygous small t. So here the similar thing we will follow the similar kind of pattern while making the flies and the double mutant flies. So here what we did is first step. So we have the A mutant. So the A mutant is in over Curlio balancer or marker, Curlio balancer and marker, and is in the second chromosome. And in that place, third chromosome is wild type, plus over plus. So that's why I mentioned here. This is the third is wild type, and second chromosome is this one. So now you cross these flies with, as I mentioned earlier in the earlier slide, you need these two reagents to make the double mutant flies. One is the Scutard Curlio MKRSTM6 TOBI, another is Scutard Curlio GAP MKRSTM6 TOBI. So you utilize these double balancer flies to make double mutant like this, A mutant or B mutant. So what we did is we cross these flies A mutant with Scutard Curlio, which is in the second chromosome, and MKRSTM6. So this is in one fly. So we cross this with A mutant. So what happens is, so I'll be going very slowly too, because this is a complicated cross and I want to make it simple so that you guys will able to understand. So what now we deal with this mutant plies, which in the second chromosome. Similarly, so this is in one ply, and another, this is in total is in another ply. So now we will split this into very simple steps so that you will be able to understand. So here, this is in the second chromosome. So now we'll deal with this second chromosome and this ply second chromosome. Now we separately deal with third chromosome of this ply, male ply, and third chromosome of female ply, this ply. So here you can see. So now this is a mutant over Corleo. So a mutant over Corleo. Now this is the second chromosome. Now deal with this one, scuttered Corleo, another fly, the female fly. So now a mutant over Corleo, scuttered Corleo, one part. Now the third chromosome of the male and third chromosome of female. So plus over plus, third chromosome, MKRS TM6 top B, MKRS TM6 top B, third chromosome. So deal with this. Now make a checkerboard like this. So take this A mutant over Corleo, A over Corleo, and scuttered over Corleo. So now what you do is, so you make checkerboard like this. And finally, what we want is, we want A over Corleo, the second chromosome, A over Corleo, and from this cross, we want plus over TM6 top B, TM6 top B. So you make this kind of a checkerboard, so you'll be able to understand how these flies are made. So now A mutant over Corleo, scuttered Corleo cross. So you in a heterozygous, what you will find is, you will find again the three different kind of flies here. So you will select fly having A over Corleo, A over Corleo. We do not need like A over scuttered, so you will get A over scuttered, you will get A over Corleo. Similarly, you will get scuttered over Corleo. So three different flies you will get. You will get A over scuttered, you will get A over Corleo, you will get scuttered over Corleo, and Corleo over Corleo you will get but they are lethal, because those Corleo over Corleo, their flies will die, so they will not survive. So you will get A over scuttered, A over Corleo, Corleo over scuttered. So but we want A over Corleo. So now select A over Corleo. Similarly, here the second part, the third chromosome, plus over plus, now cross with MKRS TM6 top B. So this is just everything happening in that fly. Just for the simplicity, I am just splitting into A over Corleo into cross into scuttered over Corleo, plus over plus, MK into cross with MKRS over TM6. For the simplicity, I'm doing this, but everything is happening in the one fly. So now here what we want is, again you will get plus over MKRS, you will get plus over TM6. So what we want is plus over TM6, So make this checkerboard like this. So you will get to you will get flies like this. So in the final fly, what we want is, from this step 1 cross, we want A over Corleo plus over TM6. So this is the first step. Now the second step is the B mutant. Like we want the B mutant, right? The B mutant. So B mutant, again, the B mutant fly cross with this fly. I scuttered Corleo GFP, MKRS TM6 top B. So here, plus over plus, this is the second chromosome, wild type chromosome are there, but in the B mutant, the third chromosome, B mutant over TM6 top B. So cross this fly with scuttered Corleo GFP, which in the second chromosome, and you have the MKRS TM6 in the third chromosome. Now split this. So now we deal with this second chromosome with this second chromosome, this mutant third chromosome with MKRS TM6 third chromosome. So for the simplicity, I'm splitting this so that you will be able to understand. Now plus over plus, cross, again cross with scuttered Corleo GFP, and similar, B mutant TM6 cross with MKRS TM6 top B, the third. Because for the simplicity, I am splitting this, but everything is happening in one fly. Now we want you get this kind of a gamete here, like plus over scuttered, you will get plus over Corleo GFP, right? But we want plus over Corleo GFP. That's why it is plus over Corleo GFP, second chromosome. Similarly, you will get in this cross, you will get B over, like B mutant over MKRS. You will get TM6 over MKRS, and TM6 or TM6 lethal. So, but what we want is B mutant over MKRS. So in the final fly will be plus over chorleo-GFP, B mutant over MKRS. So you get this flies in the second step. Now the this should be third. I have wrongly mentioned this second, but this should be third. So again, this is this you want from the first cross, and this you want from the second cross. So you have A mutant over chorleo plus over TM6, and you have plus over chorleo-GFP, B mutant over MKRS. Now split this. This is the second chromosome. This is again second chromosome. This is the third chromosome, which I have wrongly mentioned it second, but it should be third. And this is again and the third chromosome. So now what you do is, so this is the second chromosome. Now this is the second chromosome. This is the third chromosome. This is the third chromosome. Like this part is the third. Now split this. So A mutant over chorleo, that is again cross with plus over chorleo-GFP, and this one plus over TM6, again cross with B mutant over MKRS stubble. So now what you find is, so you find A mutant over plus chorleo over chorleo-GFP, they are lethal. What we want is A mutant over chorleo-GFP. Now here you'll get plus over B mutant, TM6 over MKRS double. What we want from here is B mutant over TM6. So you'll get plus over B mutant, plus over MKRS double. You will get TM6 over B mutant, TM6 over MKRS double. Similarly, here you will get A mutant over plus A mutant over chorleo-GFP. Chorleo over plus, chorleo over chorleo-GFP. Chorleo over chorleo-GFP lethal. So we want is A mutant over chorleo-GFP. Now here you get A mutant over chorleo-GFP. Here you get B mutant over TM6. Now you get A mutant chorleo-GFP, B mutant TM6. This is the double mutant flies that we are looking for, and we got this. So thank you very much. Yeah, there is some mistake like in the slide, but yeah, this is the third chromosome. So I'll rectify this, and let me know in the comment. Thank you.